Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is a screencast-matic presentation and recording for the warm-ups. Specifically, this is the second half of the warm-up packet cycle that coincides with the current cycle that we're currently on going into 2021. Please remember that you are to type down the questions and the answers, and of course, please remember to format your answers in a different color for full credit. Remember, when you are finished, please do not forget to submit on Google Classroom accordingly. Let's go and get started with the first question of the day for 2021 from Monday and Tuesday from 1-4 and 1-5. What exactly is Judaism? And what are some key characteristics of this religion? So let's go ahead and look at this answer right now. While you finish typing that down, Judaism is a really important religion to understand because it plays such a pivotal role in the geopolitics of our world today. But understanding the roots of Judaism and understanding the story behind it helps us understand the world from a better perspective too. So, from a general description, Judaism is a monotheistic religion where there's one invisible God, creator of heaven and earth. Jews believe in one God. Just like Islam in many ways, Islam, Christianity, and Judaism are monotheistic religions. Now, of course, when it comes to the peopling of Judaism, Hebrews, Jews, Israelites are pretty much all the same people. So it's important for you guys to understand that you might hear different names used in connotation with different types of people within the religion. So just keep that in mind. In terms of figures, there are many important people in Judaism as well. Abraham is the father of Jewish people. Judah was one of the sons of Israel too, and so of course people adopted the name Jews from him. So in case you're wondering where that name came from, there you go. There's a little bit of a complex relationship, if you will, between the important people of religions that we're going to talk about in world cultures, so you'll get a sense for that later when we explain that in the lesson. In terms of branches, there are Reformed Jews, Conservative Jews, Orthodox Jewish sects, if you will. So there's different types of groups that might approach Judaism differently and then different practices, but they all basically in the main believe the same things. The Torah is really important too for Judaism and Jews because they represent the first 5 books of the Bible, and essentially God tells people to follow his commandments, and in the Torah you'll find a description of all the commandments and more. As far as the impact of Judaism worldwide, there's approximately 14.5 million people around the world who are of Jewish faith. And of course, their story in the main might represent a story of exile and a story of struggle. And in many ways, this message still defines the faith today in a big way. But there's also more than what meets the eye. And you guys will find that out for yourselves later on as you complete the final part of the lesson. Okay, let's go and move on to the next question of the day. So as you guys can see, we're going to go ahead and move into Thursday and Friday. And Thursday and Friday from 1-7 and 1-8 are as follows. What exactly is Christianity, and what are some key characteristics of this religion? So while you guys type down that question, please understand this. Christianity is one of the most known religions for most 11th grade world culture students when they get to this point in the course. However, there's once again more than what meets the eye. So let's go ahead and look at this a little bit more in depth, and we shall delve deeper. So generally speaking, Christianity is an Abrahamic monotheistic religion as well, but it's based on the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. Now, not to get these terms messed up here, but Jesus and God are two totally different things, and we'll explain that later. But the people who worship Christianity are Christians, and they might worship Jesus through prayer, song, worship, and good works or good deeds. There are many important figures in Christianity, but you should know the main ones here, that Jesus is the Son of God, and God is the Almighty Being, and the disciples who preach the Gospels, or the spoken word of Jesus, or the acts of Jesus, are also conveyed too in the holy book of the Bible. Now, there are branches too of Christianity, just like there are branches of other religions. There's Catholicism, Protestantism, and there's many sub-religions too, and sects across the world. So that's really important for you guys to know. Additionally, the Bible itself is the book of Christianity, which was divinely inspired by God, and it has a lot of stories, messages, parables for Christians to read and to understand and to basically use as a guiding source of inspiration for their lives. Now, the impact of Judaism here is this. There's about 2 billion Christians today worldwide. However, Christianity does play a pivotal role in identity and geopolitics around the world. For example, when people think of the Western world, they might think of Christianity, and rightfully so, because there's a lot of Christians in the Western Hemisphere. But with that faith comes different sets of cultural practices, norms, and behaviors. And so that's the whole point of understanding religion from a cultural standpoint too. All right, guys, there you go. Those are the answers and the questions for the warm-up packet cycle. Thank you very much for tuning in, and good luck with completing the rest of the warm-ups.